As a child, I had a really fun game I played. I had a paper and a list of investments I could do. With these investments, I could buy buildings for a city. It brings back really nice memories when I'm thinking about it. But now I'm wanting to make this game, but much better, because this game has some flaws. Hello, I'm Sam. I'm an indie developer, and I'm not developing games. I'm either at school or I'm playing my trumpet. It was just over 2 years ago I learned how to program. I started in Java, and about 1 year ago I switched to Unity. Since then I have released one game called Ice Cream Shop on the Google Play Store. So I'm doing this so I can hopefully be motivated. The game will be called Capitalst City. It's a city builder where you want to become as rich as possible. How we do it is up to you. You can either do it by some questionable means, or you can do it in more legal ways. But it's really important that you don't go too far with anything, as your citizens will become angry at you, and that will give you consequences. The first thing, the game needs a world. I like city skylines. I want the world to be procedural, and think it will save me a lot of time compared to city skylines and the way they have done it, and it will be a lot more playable. But before that I needed an art style, so I chose this kind of blocky style. Not really like Minecraft, but you can see some similarities. I'm doing this as I think it will be a lot easier to develop, and it does look cool. I tried some techniques for the game environment. The first one I tried was inserting cubes as either water or land. It's a very stupid idea, and for those who don't understand why it's stupid, it's because a cube has 8 corners. But if a cube has 4 neighbors as other cubes, you won't be able to see 4 of these corners, meaning that the computer uses power on those corners when it doesn't need to, and that's making the game very more inefficient. The second system I tried was a more Minecraft-like system, but it ended up too flat and I didn't like it because of that, so I scrapped it. But it was also kind of because of the water was going to be much harder to do in this way, so I skipped it. I made a last effort with a much nicer system using Pearl Noise. The system was really great. Currently I'm using that system, and it has some great height calculations in difference from the other two that I think will be very useful for my game. I had 2 choices for the water. Either I could use the chunk mesh and from that make a water, but that will result in the water being very still and not any cool effects will be able to happen on it. So instead I made a water shader and a plane. Now it moves up and down and has some shore effects. As I worked a lot with water in Unity before, I tested to add 2 normal maps, as that's a common technique for making the water look more realistic. So I added it, and I don't like it really that much. It looks too realistic for the game. As for the resources, I have implemented trees, ores and oil as some resources to the game. I'm thinking of adding more resources, but I don't know which resources I should add, so if you have any ideas, I will greatly take them. Trees were one of the resources I added in, and I wanted the trees to be visible on the map, so I tried first instantiating every tree as its own tree in the map, but that took a lot of resources, so I batched them together, reducing the amount of draw calls, and now it works a lot smoother again. This is all for this devlog. I hope I will be uploading one devlog every month as a minimum. The next devlog I will be covering terrain editing and placement of roads, maybe something more if I have time for it. But during this time, please check out the website or the Discord.